What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with another video. Join us now as we look at this week's edition of Smackdown, as well as the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including Ronda Rousey debuts in Ring of Honor, the WWE's latest shameless advertising deal, WWE's huge tribute to Bray Wyatt, Montez Ford's awesome accomplishment, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new website, Wrestlelamia.com. Now, as always, we won't recap the matches, but just look at the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. As always, we start off with the good as number 1, Damage Control are smart heels. Damage Control showed why they're such dangerous opponents. The group is already badass enough thanks to its lineup of Asuka, Bayley, Kairi Sane, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky, 5 ruthless heels who make it a habit to send their opponents out of the ring on a stretcher. What makes them even more fearsome is that they're calculating and cunning heels, as seen last night when they laid out any potential partners for Charlotte Flair, Bianca Belair, and Shotzi. While they didn't count on Charlotte's unlikely ally, their efforts were impressive. Number 2, Bayley's days are numbered. The WWE also teased Bayley's inevitable exit from Damage Control last night when the group mentioned one person in the ring isn't a member of Damage Control, a comment which made Bayley visibly uncomfortable. Although the comment was actually directed at Asuka, who'd yet to be officially inducted into the group, fans could tell that Bayley knows her days in the group are numbered. Number 3, Santos heels up. A Santos Escobar played the heel game to perfection last night as he tore Rey Mysterio down the ring, blaming Rey for being a disappointment to him, stealing his US title opportunity, and even stealing the leadership of his group. But he was just getting started though, as he said he hopes Rey's surgery goes bad and that he gets an infection, losing his leg in the process. The WWE have made sure that Escobar's former teammates confront him, with Zelina Vega delivering another Oscar-worthy performance as she oozed emotion over Escobar's betrayal, slapping him before going backstage. And the only downside to this segment was that Joaquin Wilde and Cruz del Toro looked like punks as Escobar slapped them around like 2 talents. Nevertheless, Escobar looks like he's on the fast track to stardom, and as Dominic Mysterio showed, hating on Rey is a surefire road to success. Number 4, an excellent triple threat match. The Street Profits vs Pretty Deadly vs the Brawling Brutes was an excellent triple threat match that once again had us hopeful that the WWE will either split the Undisputed Tag Team Championship or create a specific Smackdown title to further showcase the many magnificent tandems on the blue brand. And LA Knight roasts the Bloodline. LA Knight cut another hilarious promo on the Bloodline, interrupting their celebration of John Cena's exit from WWE. This segment was timed nicely with the heels basking in their victory just enough to get some heat, but then having LA Knight come in to spoil things. On paper, Knight's promo may have seemed to have been the basic by-the-book one, but as Knight fans know, there's nothing ordinary about him. Knight scored extra points last night by reminding the Bloodline he still has eyes on Roman's WWE title. But that was the good. What about the bad? It's number 1, what brand split? And no mention of SmackDown would be complete without mentioning the presence of Raw superstars Becky Lynch and Cody Rhodes on SmackDown. Just a few weeks back, SmackDown general manager Nick Aldis threw Raw superstars out of the building for showing up, and now it's okay? While Becky may be getting a pass since she showed up to round out Bianca and company's team, let's hope the WWE follows up on Cody's intrusion with some sort of storyline sanction. Number 2 is Cameron Grimes, Grayson Waller's go-to guy when he needs a win. And poor Cameron Grimes, the promising NXT talent that's quickly turned into the guy that WWE calls whenever Grayson Waller needs to get a win back after dropping a match. Sure, Grimes vs Waller is always an entertaining match, but this is both lazy booking and a bad sign for Cameron's future. And the Bloodline needs fresh blood. Though the Bloodline has a great run, as it's difficult to recall a contemporary storyline that stayed fresh for as long as Roman Reigns' family empire saga. However, the Bloodline has been getting a little stale ever since Sami Zayn was ousted from the group, and that the WWE needs to sit down and evaluate the group's future. They largely accomplished what we were set out to do with the group, taking Roman Reigns to the next level with a heel turn, elevating Jey and Jimmy Uso as a tag team, and introducing a new monster heel in Solo Sikoa. However, unless the WWE can create a new bloodline or come up with a sensational new program for the faction, it's time to disband them. The group has been coasting on its momentum from its first 2 years, and with Roman appearing less and less, the future looks both boring and bleak. Now, there was nothing downright ugly. While fans had a good idea that Damage Control would compete in the Women's War Games match, the WWE finally booked and let fans know who will be competing in it. What did you guys think of the blue brand last night? Let us know in the comments down below. Now, let's move on to the news. Now, first story looks at Ronda Rousey debuting in Ring of Honor. Atop of today's news is Ronda Rousey's dynamic debut at Ring of Honor taping following the 17th November edition of AEW Collision. There's been speculation about whether Rousey was considering an in-ring return ever since she showed up at an indie show last October working an impromptu match. This was followed by Rousey working at the Wrestling Revolver Unreal show on 16th November. The rumor mill went into overdrive after WrestleVotes tweeted yesterday, "I heard from numerous sources this evening that Ronda Rousey was backstage at tonight's AEW Collision Dynamite dual taping. We'll see where this leads." Was Rousey going to debut for AEW? Well, no, it turned out that Rousey debuted for Ring of Honor. Ringside News reported, Rousey made an appearance at the November 17th Ring of Honor tapings in LA, teaming up with Marina Shafir to take on Athena and Billy Starks. The match could air as early as November 23rd of Ring of Honor on Honor Club. There's currently no word on how long Rousey plans to stay in Ring of Honor, but it's good news for the promotion's women's division. Some fans are already weighing in on whether Tony Khan will bring Rousey in for any matches in AEW, but what do you think of Ronda's move? Do you think that she'll be all elite at Full Gear? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, a new match added to Survivor Series. It looks like Santos Escobar's heinous attack on Rey Mysterio isn't going unanswered. The WWE announced that LWO member Carlito will take on Santos at Survivor Series, a match that's sure to be an instant classic in light of both men's talents. Next up, Goldberg in AEW, just a question of when. And with Bill Goldberg headed to AEW, a recent rumor suggests it's not a question of if, but a question of when. Sean Ross Sapp recently discussed who might be AEW's big signing for Full Gear, and while dismissing Dollar Bill as a possibility, he said Goldberg's agents Barry Bloom have worked out many deals for AEW stars, and Bloom had a good working relationship with AEW. He noted, the signing is not Goldberg, although I can tell you that there have been talks and they definitely had some conversations. Check out our website for more info on Goldberg heading to AEW and why he hasn't shown up yet. Next up, Montez Ford's awesome accomplishment. And congrats to Street Profits Montez, who recently informed fans via Instagram on some great news. Saturday I competed in my very first bodybuilding competition. I took home first place overall, with also winning my pro card. Montez's wife Bianca Belair sent her congratulations for Ford winning first place in the male fitness model category. Next up, Roderick Strong okay despite nasty bump. It looks like AEW star Roderick Strong is okay despite taking a nasty looking bump. Wrestling News described what happened during the match on Rampage, saying, while working a singles match with Action Andretti on the broadcast, Andretti hit a Spanish fly on Strong, who landed right on the top of his head and was clutching his head right away, with the referee right there to check on him. While things looked scary, Ravens noted Figure 4 Online's Brian Alvarez that Strong is okay. Next up, fans blast WWE's latest endorsement deal. As WWE has been accused of some lazy booking, but a recent announcement has some fans in a rage. The WWE recently tweeted, for the first time ever, Ruffles is giving you the power to determine which team will have the advantage and enter first in the Women's War Games match at Survivor Series. Visit the link to vote for your favorite team and make your impact in Ruffles fan vote. And the odd part of this situation is traditionally heels have earned the advantage in War Games, dating back to the first War Games match. Fans who are upset are blasting the WWE not only for going far with their ever-growing amount of shameless endorsement deals, but just plain lazy booking. On the other hand, how would fans feel if Ruffles offered fans a choice for Roman Reigns to drop his undisputed championship? And finally, WWE tributes Bray Wyatt in new merchandise. And last but not least, WWE recently announced it's releasing new Bray Wyatt merch to help his family, which is still dealing with his untimely passing earlier this year. Forbes reported, to honor the legacy of Wyndham Bray Wyatt Rotunda and his impact in WWE and sports entertainment, the Rotundas and WWE launched a commemorative merchandise collection featuring more than a dozen new designs of iconic Wyatt and Fiend characters and catchphrases to benefit his 4 children. And these items can be found at WWE's shopping site. But the merch is more than just about raising money for Bray's 4 children. Bray's father Mike Rotunda commented on why the merchandise is so important to Wyatt's children in terms of how they'll remember their father. Especially for Nash and Hyrie, this is important, Rotunda said. Kendall and Caden know who their dad is because they're a little older, but you don't remember everything when you're 3 or 4 years old. With the stuff WWE is putting out there, they'll be able to look back and see exactly who their dad was. It's awesome that they're going to get a chance to relive some of their moments that their dad did. What an incredibly heartwarming gesture by WWE. But there you have it, folks. Our look at Smackdown this week, as well as the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.